All right, so given that directing is very much a team effort,
Yes.
and the movie's about that, are you more like Batman or like Robin in your role as a director? which half of the glass is it empty or is it very, very full?
That's a really good question. I probably started the movie as Batman and I became Robin by the end of the movie.
So you were method and you follow the arc of your character.
Yeah.
Given that you had worked in the Lego movie, is it safe to say that tripling the size of the sets and the scale of it was one of the biggest challenges you faced?
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted this movie to feel like a big, giant Batman movie. That this could feel like any other Batman movie, except that it was made out of Lego. So I wanted Gotham City to be bigger. I wanted the Batcave to be bigger. I wanted to try to make it. I was expecting to do like big chase scenes and action scenes, and so I needed a big, sandbox to play in.
Okay. So did you have leeway in terms of there's many digs at the different incarnations of Batman?
Yeah.
Did you have the freedom to do that, or is that something you sort of the studio found out when they saw the first cut of the movie?
There were times where they found stuff out when we were screening stuff for them. So there were many times where it was like that, where they didn't know a joke was coming, and then suddenly I put a joke in front of them. But at the same time, they let us make the movie that we wanted to make. They're really great partners in that way. They know that I love Batman. Like I've loved Batman my entire life. I'm first in line for any superhero movie, especially a Batman movie. So they know that I approach this like a fan and really like a fanatic. Like I do, really care about these characters, and I want to do something different with this movie that no other filmmaker could do because we're doing it in animation and because we're doing it in Lego as toys. We can get away with stuff that other filmmakers can't. So that's what makes our movie different.
Yeah, but I mean, as a fan, what was something that you were extremely giddy to get away with?
To be able to act like as though all of the Batman stories were all part of one universe. That Batman has been around for 78 years in Gotham City trying to fight crime. That kind of thing, like that we could sort of say that was on one giant continuum, and that people would just sort of accept that. I was very happy we got away with that.
Cool. So wanted to ask you, given that you have a Captain America tattoo and you got DC on the other arm, I'm gonna get to that one. There we go. If you read the comments, there's this whole DC versus Marvel. Yeah. Where do you stand on that? Do you think that there can be room creatively for both on screen?
Absolutely. I mean, every filmmaker is going to approach the stories, any of these stories, differently. Like and we've seen that. We've seen that over time. At the end of the day, like I want there to be superhero movies. I love superhero movies, and I think it's just a matter of just making sure that like the right filmmakers, clearly the filmmakers are reaching an audience, and that's super important to me. Then the right filmmakers are getting cast in these roles who love these characters and want to do these. I think that would be the only crime, is if there was a filmmaker who didn't really care. I think that's where the only real missteps have ever been, when a filmmaker didn't really care or didn't really love these characters in the way that some of the other filmmakers do. So.
All right. So I had read in the production notes about the Catwoman tattoo. Yeah. Give me the story behind that and your definitive favorite Catwoman.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer has to.
There we go now.
Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer is the definitive Catwoman for me. I think it's just a matter of that I really love characters who are both good and bad. That's why I love Batman. Batman, he can be very dark and malevolent, but he can also be super funny and that kind of thing. And so I love characters and that's why I love Catwoman. I think she was sort of the first character that I experienced where, oh, wait a minute, she can be a good guy and a bad guy,
yeah.
And I really like the duality. And that's what makes great filmmaking.
So my last question, given that there's an opening for another live-action Batman movie that doesn't have a director right now, do you think?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was on the news. Interesting. Do you feel? Would you feel confident tackling a live-action version of this? Not to put you on the spot, but I'm going to.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. No, this is my forum actually.
It's your audition tape. Don't do the Emma Stone thing and start singing. But
No, the movie obviously is a certain amount as an audition for the kind of filmmaking that I would want to bring to the table. And if you don't think that I'm not hanging outside Jeff Johns' office when I'm on the lot every week, hanging out there hoping that he's going to notice me, I definitely would love to do a live action DC movies. I love I love these characters and I love the world. So yeah, I'd love to be a part of it.